Hi, this is the second video in the playlist where we're looking at solving simultaneous linear equations. A little bit tricky, it's going to take a bit of time to work through. This particular one is all about word problems. So it's the kind of problems you're going to get around about grade 6 GCSE maths. So I hope that it's useful to you. If you're not sure about anything, always leave a comment. I'll come back to you. But please do stop the video, have a go at each of the questions and then compare your solutions. I look forward to seeing you inside the video. Hi, this is the second video in the playlist where we're looking at slightly more challenging simultaneous equations. These are the kind of equations where in the sort of initial video we looked at them more theoretically and we dealt with negative values and fractions and decimals and all sorts of things like that. So what we're going to do now is take those skills and apply them to word problems. So these are round about grade 6 on a GCSE. They do take a little bit of time to kind of work through, but hopefully you'll be okay. Please do stop the video, have a go at each of the questions and then compare your solution. Okay, so question number 3, a rectangle has a perimeter of 22 meters. The width is 3 meters less than the length. Find the length from the width. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just sketch this out first, okay, just so that I can get some orientation on what they're talking about. I've got a rectangle with a length and a width, and then it says the width is 3 meters less than the length. So what we can say about the width is that that width must be length minus 3. In fact, we can actually write that as an equation. We can write that as W width equals L minus 3. Okay, then it also tells us the perimeter is 22 meters. Okay, so what we've got there then is we've got the length here and the length here. So we've got the perimeter is 2 lots of L plus 2 lots of W. Okay, it's a standard perimeter of a rectangle. And what we're told is that 2L plus 2W equals 22. So let's have a look at how we can write all this out now. So 2L plus 2W equals 22. So that's one of the equations here. And then the other equation is here. But we can use a technique called substitution for this, because if we know the value of W is L minus 3, we can simply take that value and plug it straight into this equation. Okay, so let's have a go at doing that and see if this all works out for us. So I've got 2L plus 2, and rather than writing W, I'm going to write L minus 3, and that equals 22. Okay, so let's expand out the brackets and see what happens. So I've got 2L plus 2 times L is 2L minus 6 equals 22. Okay, so 2L plus 2L is 4L. I've got minus 6 equals 22. Okay, so it's looking a lot more now like an equation. So if I add 6 to both sides, I'm going to get 4L equals 28. So now if I divide through by 4, I get L equals 7. Okay, so now I know on my particular rectangle, this value along here is going to be 7 meters. So now I need to find out the value of the width. Well, all I need to do is take this value of 7 and plug it into my first equation, because I know the width is 3 meters less than the length. So if I write when L equals 7, W equals L minus 3, so W equals 7 minus 3, so W equals 4. Okay, so now I've got my width and my length as 4 meters and 7 meters. So this would be 4 meters along here. Okay, and that would be the answer to this particular question. I hope that's been useful to you. Please add a comment below if you're not sure about anything. Okay, so the next one has got to be one of my favourite questions. This is a great question. I don't know who wrote it, but I think originally the numbers were different, and I'm not sure it was sheep and ostriches, because obviously I'm not going to copy somebody else's question, but I like the idea of the question, so I kind of made it my own. So where we live, we have ostriches on farms as well. Okay, so a farmer has a sheep and ostriches on his farm. He counts 92 heads and 194 legs. How many sheep and ostriches does he have? Okay, well, every sheep and every ostrich has a head. Okay, so we can say that if we're looking at heads, then we've got sheep plus. Now, rather than writing O just like that, I'm going to put O with a line through it, just because it just then differentiates itself. So every one of them has a head, but not every one of them has got 4 legs, as sheep do, and then 2 legs as ostriches do. Okay, so if he's counting the legs, okay, what we can say is the sheep have got 4 legs and the ostriches have got 2 legs, and that equals 194. Okay, so we're now in a position where we've got 2 simultaneous equations. Now, just to make it a little bit easier, what I'm going to do is I'm going to write this at the top, and I'm going to take this value away, or at least I am when I multiply it by 2. So let's have a look at where we are. So I've got 4s plus 2 0 or theta equals 194, and I'm going to minus this multiplied by 2. Now, the reason I'm going to do that is because when I get there, I've got 2s plus 2 0 equals 184. But what it allows me to do is to take one away from the other and lose the ostriches. Okay, I wouldn't want to lose an ostrich personally, but I can lose the ostriches on this particular working out. So what that means then is I've got 4 sheep minus 2 sheep. Well, that's going to give me 2 sheep, equals 194 minus 184 is going to give me 10. Okay, so if I divide both left and right by 2, I'm going to get S equals 5. Now, you'll recall that S is sheep. So therefore, I have 5 sheep. And what I'm going to write in here is if S equals 5, then we need to work out the ostriches. Okay, I'm just going to use the heads. Okay, I've got S plus that equals 92. So I've got 5 plus that equals 92. Take 5 away from both sides and I get ostriches equals 87. Okay, so in this particular farm, okay, this farmer has 5 sheep and 87 ostriches. Okay, all right, I hope that's been okay for you. If you're not sure about any of that, please do add a comment below and I'll always come back to you. Please also like the video, it's really appreciated, keeps YouTube happy, and I'll look forward to seeing you inside the next video.